Hey, welcome back to La Vita Pasta. I'm Justin, and today we're gonna make bruschetta. Guys, let me tell you something. Nothing is better when you're impressing your girlfriend, your husband, whoever you are trying to impress, than a really awesome appetizer. And inside of about 5 minutes, with about $3.50 worth of ingredients, you can make a bruschetta at home. So I bought this was $2.39 loaf of French bread. Use Italian bread, whatever kind of bread you want. And you need some tomatoes. This was about $2.50. These are little sweet grape tomatoes. They're full of flavor. We've got some basil, oregano, and parsley that we used while our sauce is cooking down. That was on one of our other videos. That sauce takes about 3 hours to cook down. So while that's happening, we're gonna make a really cool and fun appetizer. So what you're gonna do, and it's very important to use sharp knives, right? How do you tell if your knife is sharp? Well, you don't run your finger along the blade, you run it across the blade. And if it feels like it scratches, like you need a good shave, like you've got some razor stubble on your face, that means it's sharp. If it's dull and it doesn't just literally just slice right through without any pressure on the tomato at all, your knife's not sharp. And sharp knives crush the tomato, like it's like trying to cut it with that. Look at that. You're crushing the tomato versus watch. Right through, bam, nice and sharp, right? So if you notice that it's crushing the food and not slicing through it, I will tell you, I'll recommend for you that you buy a cheap little knife sharpener like this, and you simply, all you're doing is running the blade down through it, and you've sharpened the knife, bam, like that, that's it. Super simple. Sharp knives are good knives. Dull knives, very bad. Not helpful at all. So we're just gonna we're gonna cut up these tomatoes, essentially in small chunky form like this. Notice how that's about the size we want them, right? So I'll show you a quick way to get it to that. You take this and in your hands, you go long ways this way, flip it over on its edge, long ways this way, and then you're one time down through the center and it's done. How easy is that to cut, right? Anybody can do that. You don't have to have chef skills to cut a tomato. So once across, flip it up on its edge, once that way, and if it's longer, you just do 2 cuts, okay? Boom, like that. Notice that, see? So we're gonna do about, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 of these little tomatoes, depending on how many you're cooking for, right? So let's say you wanna serve like 8 pieces of bruschetta. So you'll need about all of these tomatoes to do that. So 8 full-sized pieces of bruschetta. You know, again, you're talking about, let's say you're in college. By the way, when you make this, you're gonna see, we're gonna throw it in the fridge. It needs to sit and cool and chill for a good, half an hour. Nice and cold, right? So as it's doing that, when you're chilling it, you're allowing all the flavors to absorb, right? So you've got fresh tomatoes, they're acidic, they're sweet, and we want all of this to come together in the refrigerator. So I'll show you in just a second here while we're doing this. Again, you'll see how we're just cutting these up super fast, right? Like this now. So we're gonna take these tomatoes and we're gonna go right in a little container like that. And you're gonna add, watch what I'm doing, we're gonna add some fresh basil, okay? We're gonna add some parsley and some oregano. Now, this is the magic right here. This is balsamic vinegar glaze, okay? It's not the thin, look how thick it is, watch. Look how whoop, 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 whoop. So we're gonna pour a good 1.5 tablespoons in there, and then we're gonna mix it. And we mix, as they say. Look at that color in there. Holy cow. Good, you can smell it right now, right? Across from the kitchen. Now, watch this.
It's turned another whole shade of red.
Just smell that. That's insane. That's the smell's right there, right?
I love balsamic vinegar.
Crazy, right?
Love it.
So, look at what we got there. That's about 3 to 4 pieces of bread, okay? So for the purpose of this video, we can I could pause it, make the rest of it, and make the, have enough for everybody here, or I can just show you and stop there. Now, little salt, pinch of salt, pinches this much, just in your fingers. Pinch of pepper, right in there. And what is this?
Extra virgin
olive oil. Whoa, look at that. That was a catastrophe. Just about a tablespoon in there, okay?
Oh, whoops.
These things happen, man. Hey, if I dumped all that in there, what would I do?
Make
Cut
more.
up the whole thing, add more, party time.
Yeah.
Look at this. Now, look at the consistency. Look at the color in there.
Turned another whole shade of red.
Look at that. Just, oh, shut the front door. That is, it just smells. They're so good. So, what do we do? Oh, disgusting. All right. You had fun with this. This is like literally took us 4 minutes to make. And if I was at all good with this, I would have no problem with that. But sometimes, you fumble the football on the 1 yard line. It's all right. right, so we're making our bruschetta, right? It's chilling and it's in the refrigerator, and it's all coming together with all these flavors, these incredible little flavors. I want to talk for a real quick second before we put the bread in the oven about olive oil. Olive oil has different flavors. The lighter extra virgin, the lighter olive oil is a lighter flavor actually, and when you get into the full olive oils, they're rich, and you can get olive oils from all over the world. But what's important is that you look up the olive oil you're buying and make sure that there's no artificial or synthetics in your olive oil. California, the Olive Ranch brand has one of the best ratings, great flavor, and This actually you want to invest in. A bottle of olive oil is going to be about 18 bucks, but it could last you a year. All right, you don't need a lot of it. And you'll see what I'm going to do with the bruschetta bread. We're going to throw it in the oven here in just a second. Just watch how much I'm using. Look, all I'm doing is putting just a splash. Just a little goes a long way, okay? That's all I'm doing. Look at that. That's it, right there. And you're going to see, I'm going to throw it in the oven for about 5 or 6 minutes. And when that's done, we're gonna come back and put the bruschetta on. All right, there you go. And let's see what it looks like. Oh yes, sir. Look, here, listen. Hear that? That's the crunch. Now we're gonna take the toppings out of the refrigerator. By the way, you're welcome. A lot of people like garlic in their bruschetta. I didn't add any because you may not want it. You can also put a little red onion. You can add, I mean, there's different things you can do in bruschetta. This is a traditional bruschetta. And now, let's do this. Ready? Again, for those of you playing at home, presentation is everything, right? So we're gonna take a little of this. Look at that. So watch. Okay, check this out. Watch. That is restaurant quality, my friends. Now, take a bite. That's the next thing to do.
Wow, just one.
Look at her. You hear that? The crunch.
Okay, now I want your reaction. Here, take one. Here, pull one. Put it right over there. There you go. Now I want your honest reaction. What do you like?
What are you doing over here? Come on now.
Serious? All right, so my friends, that was literally how many minutes to make? 5 minutes? Maybe 5 minutes?
Maybe 5.
And the presentation, you notice that looks like I came out of a restaurant. Now, I'm not a chef, but all it takes is a little creativity to have fun. And that, my friends, is fun. When you can make that very quickly, you can have a great appetizer, you can serve that with dinner, you can serve it before dinner. So, yeah.
And except for the tomatoes and the balsamic, it's basically everything that you use for the pasta.
That's right.
So
Everything is already here. The basis of most of the things you're going to cook that are Italian are the right spices, fresh spices, right? So you got herbs, oregano, parsley, basil, salt, pepper, balsamic glaze. This is about, I think about $4 at your local grocery store. And again, this will last 3-4 years. It's not, I mean, there's a lot in there, and you see a little goes a long way. I mean, I only put 1 or 2 tablespoons in there, and you can see it's gonna last you. So this is simple. You'll always love it. Your friends will love it. You'll be the hit of the party. Bring it next time you go to someone's house for a gathering, and they're gonna think, wow, this guy went to chef school, or this girl went to chef school. So have fun with it. Thanks for watching La Vita Pasta. Can't wait to show you how we're gonna make our meatballs in the next episode.